First at 4 continues.
More than 130 first responders and their canine partners are in Evansville over the next few days for the National Detector Dog Trials. It is a competition on how these dogs identify narcotics, explosives, and accelerants during real-world exercises. Joining us now is Drisha Leggett with United States Police Canine Association, as well as Eric Johnson, also with the USPCA. I think I have that right. Thank you both for being here. This is an exciting time for us to have this here. Explain what is a detector dog? What do they do?
Okay, so the detector dogs, they're trained in many different facets, such as the narcotics dogs, explosives, and we even have an arson dog here from New York City.
So what's the real world application? They sniff out what?
Okay, so the narcotics dogs, most of them are trained on your four, cocaine, meth, heroin, and marijuana.
Wow.
So they're out training for this, and in this competition, they're searching for those odors. It applies in the real world, because in the real world, we're searching vehicles, structures, houses, assisting with search warrants, stuff like that.
Right.
You'll see a lot of the bomb dogs or explosive dogs, like in the transit with the airport. So you'll see a lot of those dogs there. As far as the arson dogs, that's typically normally with the fire departments.
Okay, and these are dogs here in Evansville going through competition. They're called trials, but is it a competition? Do they pick the best?
Oh, yeah. Yes, at this level, this is the national trials hosted by Evansville PD.
Wow.
Doug Butel is the one who put all this on. And yes, this is a competition.
Okay.
They are going after to be the #1 dog, #1 team, that sort of thing. So this is high-level competition at this point, because they all had to score high enough to get here.
Okay, well, let's take a look.
The best detector dogs in the country.
Yeah, the best in the country, right here in Evansville right now.
Right.
And we're going to get an example of that. And Doug Butel, who we just talked about, the officer here with the Evansville Police Department that brought the trials here to Evansville, is with us right now. Thanks for being here, officer.
Thank you.
And you have Ace with you.
Yes, this is Canine Ace. He's a 4-year-old Belgian Malinois German Shepherd crossbreed.
Okay, and let's if you can run him through. And Eric, if you could kind of tell us, do we need to be quiet, or can you tell us what's going on?
No,
here?
he's good. So right there, he's setting the dog up, getting him ready for the job. Now he's presenting the articles that he wants him to sniff. You saw the change of behavior.
Absolutely.
And now he's came to his final trained alert.
So that means, and then he gets the reward right there,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So this is all kind of on a reward situation where they're trained to do this through reward,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
And they love it. If you look at these dogs, they're happy. They're working dogs. Their handlers are so great through USPCA. The certification process makes sure that these are the best handlers for the best dogs.
He is absolutely a gorgeous dog.
Isn't he great?
And
Yes.
does he get it right every time?
Yes, pretty much.
They do. They
Yeah.
do, don't they? Yeah.
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
He is amazing. So when they have that, I don't want to call it aggressive, but when they get very excited and they start pawing, you know they found. Is that the case even with the other dogs, like with the drug dogs and the accelerant dogs?
So typically what you'll find is you'll find different alert styles. There are some departments that still do the aggressive alert where they paw at it, maybe bark at it. But typically, more often than not, you're seeing a lot more of the sit position or the down position. And a lot of times we try and train the dogs to really focus on that, on the area where the aids is hidden. That way everything is a clear communication between the dog and the handler that something that they've been trained on is in that area.
Okay. Now, I also know that these dogs, they're kind of on the front line, especially with the police department, like Officer Butel there.
Yes.
They're on the front line on a lot of situations, violent situations. They face a lot of dangers that people may not think about, and one of them that we want to bring up today, because this is Fentanyl Awareness Day.
It's National Fentanyl Awareness Day.
Drisha, talk about this. What are we finding that these dogs are running into?
You know, when you think about it, people realize that these are the first responders, right? So if somebody comes across a suspicious substance, the first thing you do is you call up the law enforcement, your first responder canines, and they go in and they start sniffing. And and they alert. But, you know, they are dogs, and these are suspicious substances. So they may nose in, they may inhale, get it on their paws, lick their jowls, and all of a sudden, because it's fentanyl, just a couple grains of it, equal to a couple grains of salt, could kill a dog. Right, and most people don't think about that the other faces of fentanyl, the other first responders are our dogs and their handlers.
So what happens when a dog comes across fentanyl out in the field like that? What do we do? Can they have Narcan like you apply to humans that overdose?
They can, and that's important. But remember, you know, this opioid epidemic hasn't been around a long time.
No.
So, you know, as part of the reason why I volunteer for USPCA, I'm actually the Vice President of Corporate Relations for Swab Tech, and I found out by accident that our canine officers don't have field tests. So what, to your point of they come upon a suspicious substance, if they know that there might be fentanyl there, they won't send in the dog, right? But if they don't have the tests, how are they going to know? So our tests are actually dry reagent tests. It's a swab. You swab the surface, and then you swab a piece of paper, and it'll change color. So then they know I'm not going to send in the dog, right? Or worst case scenario, the dog goes in, all of a sudden it's behaving in distress, or it's falling asleep. Now they've only got seconds. A couple grains of salt, again, could kill a dog. So they're going into overdose. Luckily, we've got a handler who's looking for this. They can immediately take this test, they can check it, know what they've been exposed to, and then provide the appropriate emergency first aid. But they don't have these kits. Most of our handlers don't have access to these kits that are appropriate for the dogs, and they don't have Narcan. So part of the reason why I'm volunteering is to get other companies and the community to realize that, you know, we need to take care of our canine first responders, because ultimately they're taking care of our community.
Absolutely.
Ideally, they'll prevent the fentanyl from ever getting out there to ravage our community.
So EPD, I was told, definitely has Narcan that they use on dogs. It's human Narcan, but they use it on dogs. They've been able to revive some dogs that have gone through this, which is good. But of course, there's others that you say, we need dog Narcan. That's one thing that you were telling me earlier that we need to have specifically for dogs. Well, I want to thank you all for being here. You've really enlightened me on the situation and what these beautiful dogs can do. And I mean, they're true heroes. You all are, and it's such a pair there. The partnership between Ace there and Officer Butel. Thank you for bringing Ace in and showing us what these dogs can do. And thank you guys.
Yes, thank you.
It's wonderful to have the USPCA here in town.
It's a big deal, and we as volunteers are very proud of them. These are the people that put themselves on the line every day to keep our communities safe. And National Fentanyl Awareness Day, we want to be protecting these groups. So thank you for helping us tell that story.
All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you for having us.
Well, Wayne is up next. We have a pretty afternoon out there.